Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of The Longest Journey. Where we last left off was we basically listened in on some stories. I don't know if I remember every parts of the story, but I hope I can answer them. I think my memory is good enough to remember the three stories from the previous episode. It's been a week since the last episode was recording, so I might have forgotten a few things, but I hope I didn't forget too much. So yeah, we were talking to those guys to relay their story so that we can answer these questions to let ourselves in to speak with the leader of the group. I guess I forget what the leader's name was or the role of that leader is. And then yeah, we're hoping to talk to the leader and then get into having them sort of negotiate with the mer people, the merman people, the mer people about like their situation of problems on both sides here. Do you know of the four? Yeah.
Do you know one of the four tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
The winds.
Is the tale of winds, Windbringer. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes, I need it.
Very much.
Then I shall tell it. This is the tale of winds, my tale, and I pledge to tell it in my own words, as told in turn by my teacher. In the village of Karan, in the mountains of tall winds, there lived a young Alatien woman named Iwana. Iwana had one desire above all others, to soar higher and farther than anyone else. And even though her wings were no broader, nor her body sleeker than anyone else's, she pursued this foolish desire without rest. And as time passed, she did soar higher, and she did fly farther than the other young Alatien in her village, and her name became known far and wide amongst the tribes of the mountains of tall winds. But still, Iwana was not happy. She was not happy because, in her vanity, even though she was a better flyer than almost everyone else, and to her eyes, she was still not good enough. She wanted to be so much better than anyone else that she would be remembered for all time as the best flyer amongst all the Alatien. And so one day, Iwana decided to climb to the top of Mount Bakta'ana, the Tower of Light, and to soar from those giddy heights to the ends of the world. Her friends and her family pleaded with her not to, because every Alatien knew that to soar from such heights was dangerous, that at such heights the air was thin and the winds treacherous. But Iwana would not listen, and on a cold and clear morning she climbed up the Tower of Light to the rock and the ice at the very top.
Damn.
From there she could see to the ends of the world.
Wow.
And it brought tears to her eyes to know that now, finally, she would be greater and better than any Alatien before her. And so Iwana spread her wings and leaped off the mountain. Those who watched her from far below said that for a split moment Iwana soared, and she soared higher and farther than any Alatien before or since. But then the treacherous winds caught a hold of her, and the thin air made her plummet towards the ground, and to fall to her death amongst the rocks at the base of the mountain. In her vanity, Iwana could not see beyond her desire to be the very best. And vanity always stands to fall. That was the tale of winds, my tale, and I told it in my own words, as told to me in turn by my teacher.
Very sad tale for her, unfortunately. Yes, I'm guessing vanity is like humbleness almost in a sense. Much more shorter story than the other two, I think. Like the first two we listened to were a lot longer, but I'm thankful that we got through that one pretty relatively quickly. So let's talk to the gatekeeper and then answer his 4 questions of the tales. I mean, I'm probably going to try my best to answer these things at least. I don't think we're going to be able to get through them if we don't... We won't be able to get further in if we don't answer these questions correctly, so... Yeah.
Are you ready for the questions now?
Hell yeah. I've listened to all of them.
Yes, ask me the questions.
In the Tale of Winds, which mountain did Iwana fall from in her vain attempt to fly higher and further than anyone else?
Tower of Light? The Tower of Light, yeah.
Mount Baktaana, the Tower of Light.
That is correct. In the Tale of Stars, what did Mona see in the sky that helped her find her way home?
I remember this. It's the five spirits.
The spirits of 5 tellers.
Yeah.
That is correct. In the Tale of Sea, what creature did the Lost One battle in his quest to recover the sacred jewel?
Something like a squid? Octowal.
The Octawo?
That is correct. My final question to you is this. In the Tale of Homecoming, what was given to Moran by his teller when he returned from his pilgrimage?
Broken heart or something. Broken vase. Broken pot, yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that the game decidedly puts the stories like extra option at the parts of the 4 options or 3 options or whatever option it takes. I'm glad they do that because I would have been annoyed, I guess, if I had to remember which one that was already there.
A broken pot, to teach him that absence may break a heart in 2.
Yep.
You have correctly answered all my questions, and so have proven your knowledge of the 4 tales. You are the Windbringer.
Yeah.
The teller would see you presently.
I don't know if this guy can judge if I'm the Wingbringer or not, but whatever. So this is the teller, I guess. Anything to examine around the space? I don't think so. Alright.
She's the teller. She must be over 100 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Come closer, human.
Come closer.
Closer. I cannot see your face.
Oh, is her eyes, like, that weak at this point?
Closer still. Come sit here by me.
Very strange. Oh, we actually sit on the ground.
There you are. You see, my eyes are not what they used to be.
Uh-huh.
Ages ago, I could spot a ladybug crawling up a straw of grass from 15 tree lengths up. Now, I have a hard time seeing my supper. But my ears, balance be praised, my ears, they are as good as ever. I could hear you outside, learning the tales my children tell. You are a good listener and a fast learner.
Uh-huh.
They were interesting stories, and your people told them well.
True. I agree.
That is what we do. The Alatien are the keepers of the tales, and I am their teller, the one who must know all the tales told since the day we came to this world.
How can you do that? How can you remember every story ever told?
The secret is to tell them often and to tell them in your own words, not the words of your ancestors.
Wow.
Doesn't that mean that the stories change with every generation?
Yeah.
Yes, as all tales must. Change is important. Otherwise, the tales will have no meaning to us. They will just be words, and we do not care about the words. We care about what the words tell us.
That makes sense, because I think that as you go further, things need to change to adjust and attune to whatever lessons we need to learn today. And I mean, we don't often do that, unfortunately. Like, we'll have like Greek's myths, which is correct to what it was in the past, but it's never always. It would have to be read between the lines to make it fit and work for everybody's like sort of current situation in a sense. If it was to try to adjust to today's times, like in terms of our scenarios and stuff.
How long have your people been telling stories?
Yeah.
Since the beginning, human. Since we came to this world a long, long time ago.
You're not from Earth?
No.
From Arcadia?
Not according to our tales. We came on a great wind before the divide, when the earth was one and humans had yet to learn of magic and science. But we were a different people then, and the tales we tell from that time are vague and incomplete. Like myths and legends, the younger Alatien pay little attention to these tales. Sometimes I worry they will be lost with me, these tales, and I am getting old. Very old.
It's funny because they technically don't know. They don't even know their ancestry to begin with. Like, they're actually, the Alatien people are pretty much the same as the people from the sea. It's just like they don't they haven't put two and two together yet, so it's hilarious that how they are very much related to each other.
I came to you to find answers to some important questions.
Ask, and I will try my best to answer.
Okay. Draken, yes.
What do you know about the Dryac kin?
Kin are numbered 4, or so our tales tell. 2 in this world, 2 in the other. The mirror world, the white and the blue, the red and the green.
Do you know where they are?
No, the tales never say. The kin are elusive. They keep to themselves. I have never seen one myself, and I doubt any of my kind has. The tales do say that our past and our future are tied to the fate of the kin, but how I would not pretend to know. This is one tale that is yet to be told.
Interesting. Dragon god that lives beneath the
Have
sea?
you heard of an ancient god or dragon that lives beneath the sea?
Once, long ago, when my people lived in harmony with the Merim, there were stories of an old god worshipped by the Merim who resided deep in the darkest depths of the ocean. According to legend, the old god had once brought the Merim into their realm, into the ocean, and he was now sleeping, resting before the journey back.
Back where?
To a great ocean amongst the stars. When the time came, he would gather the Merim and bring them home with him, back to their world, to their ocean. Strangely enough, we have a similar tale.
Oh,
It is said that the great wind that brought us here will someday return to bring us back to a place where we can soar forever on warm winds.
Like heaven.
In a way, perhaps, but without the need for any of us to die. The great wind will just sweep us up and carry us away. Every evening before I go to sleep, I recite this tale to myself. It is a comforting one.
Do you know anything about the Guardian's realm?
This is human business. Would you not know more than I?
Your people are the keepers of the tales. You remember more than humankind has forgotten. Please, I need to hear what you know.
yeah.
That is very little. The Guardian's realm is home to the Guardian in his tower. No one is permitted within except the Guardian who was, the Guardian who is, and the Guardian who will be. And of course the Dryac kin, who were instrumental in its making.
Have you ever heard of the existence of a hidden entrance to his realm?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have heard tell of such a thing, though I would not know where it is. I gather that one of the kin may be able to tell you.
Interesting.
Thank you. I don't have any more questions.
I am glad I could help you with some answers.
I like how they auto ask
I'm the
everything.
Windbringer.
I know you are. It's strange to me to hear those words spoken. I did not think they would be in my lifetime. But here you are, standing in front of me as real as the sky is blue.
I'm not standing, but okay.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but what is it that the Windbringer is supposed to do for you?
I did not expect you to walk in here and have all the answers, child. The balance has both blessed you and cursed you, and it has sent you here to do what it wills.
True.
The Windbringer is said to be the first sign of the great wind that will take us away from here.
Oh.
For a long time, the Alatien have lost the strength they used to have. Our bones have become weak, and our wings fragile. Where we used to be able to soar for days on strong winds, we are now using our legs to walk rather than fly. Why this is, we do not know.
Because they belong in the water.
Tan Yen.
You know of the reason for this?
Yes.
I'm just guessing, but it makes sense. Go on.
The tales also say that the Windbringer will unite us with our past and end the age-old strife.
I know. You must make peace and be reunited with the Merim. You share a common ancestry.
Yep.
I have always thought we did. The tales were too similar, the signs clear. But my people, they will have a difficult time understanding why and how this can be.
If you don't, both the Alatien and the Merim will die out. When war broke out between your people and you were forced to move up into the mountains, it compromised a precarious symbiosis. A substance called tanyan was abundant where the Merim and the Alatien lived in close proximity. It brought fish and heat and light to both your people. But now, living up in the mountains, your way of life, your diet, your customs and habits, they've all changed. And that's probably the cause of your brittle bones and fragile wings.
Then we must make peace with the Merim and restore the balance between us, so as to strengthen us both and prepare us for the journey that will surely come soon.
Indeed.
When our sitting is over, I will speak to my people, and I will elect one representative from the Alatien to meet with the Merim in a place of your choosing to open a dialogue.
Oh, wow.
I guess it's time for you to talk to your people and for me to make arrangements with the Merim.
Where do you wish for our meeting to take place, Windbringer?
It's that one place with the
You
rope.
want me to decide? Well, I know. Send your ambassador down to the ancient caves by the beach.
Yep.
Inside, there are remnants of an old Alatien settlement and a Merim city. It's a good place for your two people to meet, don't you think?
Yes. And could you ask if they would bring their half of the stone?
Oh.
The stone? You have the other half?
We have held on to it for centuries, knowing that someday it would be of use to the Windbringer.
Ah.
It will, trust me.
Then we must make haste and arrangements. It is an important day, so let us not waste light. Go and wait for my ambassador in the caves.
Alright, so I'm guessing that I'm manually going there myself, going down to the spot myself. No, it's transitioning me into the spot, I guess. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I kind of knew this place.
Amazing. This place is so beautiful. And the scent of sea and rock and nest. This scent is of home. This was home a long, long time ago, according to the tales. We lived in peace with the Wet-tail, with the Merim back then.
Now you'll be able to live in peace again. And with the tanyan bringing fish to your doorstep, you'll be able to eat well and restore strength to your bones. Soon you might even be able to soar on the winds for days like you used to do.
I hope you are right, Windbringer. And I hope that the Merim will see the sense in it too. They are coming, are they not?
Supposedly.
They said they would. Hush, I hear something.
Oh, there they are. Sort of.
We are here, Water Stiller, as was promised.
Good. Now, as representatives of your respective peoples, you, the Queen of a Merim city, and you, guard to the Alatien Teller, must fulfill the prophecy and join the two parts of the one stone.
Oh.
We hope that our peoples may be joined again, Alatien, and that we may live in peace and prosper.
As do we, Merim. And we pledge to do all we can for this to happen.
Oh, they're actually having a cutscene sort of thing.
The stone is now whole, Windbringer.
I don't see the...
And the Alatien and the Merim will once again be as one. You may take it with you.
Wait, I didn't see the stone.
The both of you.
Come now, April, and we will take you to our sleeping god. May his wisdom guide you and lead you down the right path.
I didn't see a stone in those hands, though. I didn't get to see that. It was so random. Okay, so the stone is with us now, and it's on a stick, I guess? Interesting that we're going through a, like, cinematics to just represent her descent down to meet with the god of the sea thing. Are those fishes? Honestly, there's something cool about this, I feel like, in this particular part of the game. It's just that it's so interesting. And it's seemed different from, like, most things that we have been through yet so far. Alright. Where are we now? Wow. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we're good on time to end it here, actually, unfortunately. I would say there's a lot of progress in one go, and I wanted to kind of end it here because I want to... Okay, cool. I just want to see if it's saved properly. I want to end it here because I feel like that was a lot in, like, one sitting for me, at the very least. There was a lot of talking, obviously, a lot of expose to just talk about how they're thinking and saying things. But yeah, overall, I think that was what I was gonna go for in terms of just moving into this next part to where we were able to meet with this sort of underwater thing, whatever it is, and hopefully we'll see what is this place all about in the next episode, and we'll see what the heck this is gonna do for us in terms of getting to the next chapter, because I'm assuming this is like near the end of this chapter, because once we meet whatever this thing is the next chapter that will be for this game. But I think the beauty of like being down here randomly, or not randomly, but like being down here and just seeing the whole descent downwards is interesting to me. But it's kind of weird because it just has the cut to them. But it's fine, I guess. It's just getting to the point. Other than that, that's it for this episode. And looking forward to seeing whatever this sort of cave-like, stone-like thing is all about in the next episode. So, yeah. On that, Roz, out.